Hello, today I want to show you how you can install the SonarMapper program from Git on your Windows PC. The SonarMapper reads SL2 files you can read with your Lowrance Fishfinder and decodes them into images you can show in high resolution and put next to each other for the primary, the downscan, the side scan. Then it can plot the depth on a map, and you can as well georeference. But as I said, in this video we are looking at the installation for Windows. One thing to mention, the program itself is written in Python. However, to decode the SL2 files there is a pre-work on GitHub which is written in R, and therefore we need to install R here too. And this is what we're going to start with. So we download now R base and R tools. So I have the links here. I already downloaded it to accelerate the process a bit. So we have here R, and we start with this one. So after R tools finished installing, we go back to our menu. Now we need to install some packages in R to make the library running that reads the SL2 files. So we open now R, which will open this R terminal here, and then we can get the packages from here and paste them in here and let it install. It selects, it wants us now to select which server for R we want to use to download it from. So then we continue with this package. Then we can activate remotes. And now finally we can install this package. It says that it is already installed, since I had it installed before and just did uninstall R so that I can show how to set it up. So for you it would install it here now and there's nothing more to do. When you install R, internally it calls R script. And this is in the SonarMapper main set to, so it points to where the R script exe is laying. And since I currently installed the version 4.1.2, this is the path. But if R is not working, if you download a different version, you need to adapt this path to R here in the SonarMapper main. So if we open C programs, then we can go to R. Then I have here this R21, but could be a different version. Then we have bin x64, and now we have here this R-script-exe. And this is what it needs to point to. So if you have a different version, or just check before you run if the R version is set here properly. I would continue with the next point. We download Anaconda. Anaconda will install a Python environment on your PC. You can as well use a different Python environment, but I will show it now for Anaconda. So let's install Anaconda. So after Anaconda is now installed, we can finish this here. So after the Anaconda installation finished successfully, we can now set up the Python environment we need. So if we go in the SonarMapper downloaded folder from the repository, there's an environment file. And if we open this, it contains the name of the environment and all the dependencies we need now to install with their corresponding version. We don't need to edit anything here. We just opened the Anaconda shell. And now we navigate to this location here. So we copy this location, move there, and now we see that we are in this location. And now we can make Conda create this environment. And now it will start going through the list and installing all the packages. So the environment is now installed, all packages, and now we can run it. But before we do so, we need to change something in the config file. So the folder, the code comes with an example. This is the test file, or the file that comes from the Fishfinder, but we need to change something in the config file here. I want to make another video about it, how to use the program, what it can do, and how to control it with this config file. But for now, I just want to quickly set it up, and I already prepared it. We need to set here the path where this SL2 file is in. So I copied the path and changed the backslashes by slashes. So after this is set up, we can now activate our environment. So far we are on the environment base still, but we need to go to our newly created SonarEnv environment. We make it already suggested here, conda activate SonarEnv. So the environment is an enclosed space where it installs the libraries you need. So if for this project now we need these libraries, but if you want to program something else and you want to have a different version of a library, then you can install there a complete different setup of Python packages. And for us now, we created this environment now. Now we can call it like described here. So we need to go where the SonarMapper main is, which is in our case under code. And since we are under SonarMapper already, we need to switch to code. We can now make sure with dir that this is here. So we can now call Python SonarMapper main. This calls the program, the main program, and now we need to point to the init. So we already said this lays under config, so we can now paste it here. Here we don't need to replace the backslashes. Consequently, we are making now a backslash and making config .ini. Okay, let's make this full screen. So it knows now, okay, I need to execute this Python program and my config file lays here. And then it should work now. So in this view, you can now see that it processes the SL2 file. But as I said in the other video, I want to describe this in more detail. What's happening now, we just wait now until it finishes, and then we shortly look at one of the results. So it finished, we see done. So we go to our folder, we see it created now a folder with the results inside. And one of the results, for example, is what I created here now, just an image with a plotted track and the corresponding depth. If you want to know more in detail how it works and you want to use it yourself, then I would recommend to watch the other video. Thank you for watching and see you there.